For most of my life, I have struggled with anxiety. It's not something I like to talk about. I don't even remember when my first panic attack was, maybe when I was 12, I think. And I had that overwhelming feeling like I was going to die. And I didn't know what was happening. I thought actually I was dying, but I continued to battle it through college. And then it hasn't helped to be in a narcissistically abusive relationship. So I wanted to know, would Mind Blooms therapy be helpful to me and reduce my anxiety that I've been struggling with? Would it help me heal some of the triggers and anxieties that I feel? And what inside myself might change by doing this experience? And, honestly, I had some fears about doing it too. Like, I didn't want to feel out of control. And I certainly, because I grew up watching the 60s and 70s, I didn't want to have a bad or freaky experience. And I certainly didn't want to start craving it. But I have now finished the 6 sessions of therapy treatment. And here are some things that I found out and discovered through this process. Now, I know my results are my own results, and it may not be something you experience, but I found therapy to be an extremely peaceful and very calming experience. Before each session, it was really important that I set an intention. They made sure that you're aware of that by working with a guide. So I started to use journaling as a way for me to still my mind, get myself in the right mindset to enter into the experience. And then I used the Mind Bloom in-app musical selection during the medication treatment period to help keep my focus on the intentions that I had set for that session. And then, of course, I ended it with journaling. So that was what the experience was like. I found it to be extremely calming and very peaceful. Like, I don't even know how to describe it. It was a really lovely experience. And I felt settled inside myself doing it. But in that process, I made some big ahas. One of them was that I realized I had been afraid of getting stronger and healthier. I know it sounds kind of strange, right? But I started to fear like if I got better and got whole, that I would end up losing some of the critical relationships in my life. So I had unconsciously capped my own growth. And so it was through these experiences that I kind of realized that I didn't need to do that. I didn't need to be afraid of that. The other thing that I discovered was that I had felt sort of vulnerable, like floaty and a little unmoored around conflict. Like something big or someone big could really unsettle me and make me feel afraid and terror. And so I feel more confident, like in myself, grounded in myself, more stable. I don't find things rattling me as much as it was before. So those are some of the things that I've experienced by doing this. And I have really, frankly, have been blown away about it. But the coolest part has been that I wasn't the only one in my family to try therapy. My oldest son also decided that he wanted to have this as well because he's been battling anxiety for most of his life. And he has shared with me for the first time he's felt freedom from fear. And as a mom, that means everything to me. I'm so thankful for that. My last session was over 2 weeks ago. And I have had no cravings, and the results I have experienced have been stable and been really lasting. So I have to say, I have really been impressed with Mind Blooms therapy. I honestly went in a bit skeptical, because you hear things that kind of people say stuff and you end up wondering if it's a little woo. But I really want to urge you that if you're struggling with anxiety and depression, this might be the exact next best step for you in your healing process. And you can find out by taking Mind Bloom's online survey to find out if this is right for you. And be sure to use my code below to get $100 off your first program.